This video is for showcasing the possibilities with the new 3D Origami Generator that is open source and available to use right now. Let's jump into it. The first part is for explaining how to fold the basic 3D origami piece. The instructions are made with 3D animations, which allows you to rotate the piece around, replay the animation at any point of the rotation, slow down the animation, speed it up, or pause it at any point and rotate the piece around in that pause state in case that helps you understand how to fold it better. Let's skip through some of the steps. As you can see, you can replay it at any time, and here I'm clicking on the paper size info button that tells you about which size paper you need to use in order to fold a 3D origami piece. And now we've arrived at the last part, and you can see the 3D model that's going to be used in the rest of the application. So the second part is supposed to show how to stack the pieces on top of each other in order to make certain shapes. As you can see, it is divided into beginner and advanced. The basic ones are just how to build a basic cylinder and how to put normal rows on top of that cylinder, and the advanced ones show you some techniques like inverted, decreased, and increased that each serve their own purpose and you can learn about in those sections. With the videos, you can also obviously pause, replay, and speed them up however you want to. Part 3 is the 3D Origami Generator I teased in the beginning. It's a full-blown generator. You can make cylinders of any size with any colors, and it also, for example, calculates the width and height. So in this case, I'm setting 12 rows with 15 pieces per row. Also, I'm setting the 12th row to be decreased. The decrease technique decreases the number of pieces in the next row by putting one piece over 3 instead of 2 tips of the bottom row. Here I am coloring it red. Now, after you've generated the cylinder, you can uncollapse it so that you can see all the rows better. You can look at the whole entire cylinder by dragging your mouse cursor or finger across the screen up and down. Right now I'm setting the 5th and 3rd row to be inverted. Inverting a row just means turning the pieces by 180 degrees to face inward, and it creates a visual separation of layers that can be used in multiple ways. And right now I'm putting on some rows on top and removing some and adding some again in order to rebuild the cylinder a little bit. You can also rotate the cylinder in any direction you find helpful and reset the rotation with its dedicated button. Now I'm starting doing a design. I've sped up that part. If you notice on the left hand side, the color palette is getting filled up with the necessary colors and it's getting counted. If you get a lot of colors, the color palette can be scrolled through. Now I'm removing a bunch of rows, and as you can see, we can only go down to 2 because if you only had 1 row, it wouldn't be an actual cylinder. And now we're testing out how high it can go. I'm just hitting the plus sign a bunch of times, and now we got up to 30. And the reason why it only goes up to 30 is because it gets unstable otherwise. Now I'm trying to generate the biggest possible cylinder, which is 30 rows high and has 50 pieces per row. And as you can see, if you put in impossible values, you also get hopefully helpful error messages. You can see this entire cylinder by panning the camera up and down, and of course you can still color and rotate it. And the last part I'm doing here is, as you can see, I generate just the default cylinder. Those are just the default values. I'm putting on like a little design. Let's speed through that part again. And now I'm exporting it as beautyfree.fbx. Then I'm opening it up in the 3D viewer, that is the default 3D model software in Windows. And as you can see, the model has retained all its color and its shape, so you could technically rebuild it after you have generated it. And here you can see the GitHub repository. The project is coded in Unity 29.4.8 F1. The project has a Creative Commons license that allows you to adapt the project for your needs, but not sell it, and you always have to attribute the author. Here on the website, I've linked the releases. So there's an APK file for Android, there's a zip file for Windows, and there is a WebGL website available with the demo of the app. If you want to use the app on an Apple product, you will have to build it for yourself. The videos do not work in the web version right now, but I'm looking into solutions. I hope that this tool can help you with your next 3D origami project, and I would really appreciate constructive criticism in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching and have fun creating. All the links are in the description.